car in my pocket. Hello, I'm Jason Mason and I live with my family in Sunny Sands. Our town is called Sunny Sands because it's always sunny and it's by the sea. This is Mum and Dad's bike shop, and here's Miss Smiley's cafe, which serves the best ice cream sundaes in the world. Then there's Mr. Whoops's shop, where you can buy anything and everything. This is my house, where I live with my mum, dad, sister, and Grandpa. I wonder what's in there. It's brilliant. It was Sunday, and my friend Josh had come round. Grandpa let us open his treasure chest to play with all his old toys. Hey, I love the boat!
This is an old favourite of mine. Monkey Albert.
Hello, Josh.
Just then, Mum came downstairs.
Everyone, but I've got to dash out to visit great Aunt Loretta. She's not feeling very well. But don't worry, I've sent for someone to come and look after you all. I don't want you to have to manage on your own, Grandpa. Can you guess who it might be?
No.
It was Bubbles, the babysitter.
Hi! I'm so glad to see you!
Hello, Bubbles.
Hello, Grandpa.
Little did we know that today there would be trouble for Bubbles. Bubbles is always great fun. Sometimes we make things. Sometimes we play bat and ball. Sometimes we do face painting. And sometimes we act out Captain Dumbletwit stories. But today, we were having a sing-song in the garden.
Place to be. It's sunny and it's sandy and it's right.
We thought we were in for a great afternoon.
From here
Just then we heard
you can stroll.
OK, I'll go.
someone was at the door. Bubbles went to answer it.
Scaredy cat, scaredy cat, scaredy cat.
I'm Jason's friend Troy. I've come to play.
Hey, Troy's come to play.
I met your mum outside. She said that it was okay for me to come round since Bubbles was here.
Oh, she did she? Time I went for a little lie down.
I'll be right back, Josh. Grandpa, wait! Troy lives next door, and he's always invited himself round to play. He's very spoilt and he's very rude. He does things like this.
I want it. No, me. Give it here.
And this.
But I want to play with it.
And this. And he makes Grandpa say,
That boy Troy needs a taste of his own medicine. If he thinks he's going to scare Bubbles, then he's got another thing coming.
"Not the shrinking cup, Grandpa!" Grandpa, stop! You know when Grandpa shrinks, he can get up to all kinds of magical things. He can get into my car and make it go. He can ride on Gordon, my toy seagull.
Whee!
Not the plane, Grandpa! He can fly off in my plane. Grandpa, watch out! I'm the only one who knows that Grandpa shrinks, so it's really important that nobody else sees him. Grandpa, hide! I could hear Troy and Bubbles coming.
Run, come and get it.
being chased.
Scaredy cat!
You should stop being mean to her.
Yeah, we don't like her. She's such a laugh. She's such a scaredy cat. Ha! This is a really rubbish monkey. But you know what? He might have his uses.
We knew that Troy just had to be stopped.
I'm not at all scared. I'm just fine. Deep breaths.
Careful, Bubbles! Watch out! Scaredy cat, scaredy cat.
It's not funny.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just being silly. Let's put Monkey Albert up here, shall we? Where he can't get up to any more mischief. There. Now, who's for a game of hide and seek?
One,
So Troy had to count, and we had to hide.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I hid behind the sofa. I knew that Grandpa would have a plan, and he might need my help.
18, 19.
20!
Grandpa,
Troy went to Grandpa's bedroom door.
I thought you were having a lie down. Are you hiding?
Now I knew what Grandpa's plan was. He was going to try to give Troy a few frights because he'd scared Bubbles. And you know what Grandpa's like? If he's got an idea in his head, there's no stopping him.
Hey, have you got a battery inside you or something? No, you're just rubbish. Now, where is everybody?
I thought I should let Troy find me because Grandpa was going to need my help.
Ha! Found you, Jason. You're rubbish at hiding.
Grandpa had got Monkey Albert into the coffee jar with him. This was all going to go horribly wrong.
How'd you do that? I don't like it.
This time Grandpa had gone too far. Troy was sure to find him in the coffee jar.
That's it. I'm going to throw you into the pond. No! You're a horrible monkey.
No, you're a horrible boy. You're a big bully.
It's me!
The good news was that Grandpa had not been chucked in the pond. The bad news was that Troy was running around the garden yelling. Bubbles came out of her hiding place.
Oh, the monkey! It's alive and talked to me and everything. Honest, it's really scary.
You're just overexcited, Troy. Deep breaths now.
So Bubbles made Troy breathe in and out until he'd calmed down. I saw that Monkey Albert had gone, so I just knew that Grandpa was up to something else.
I'm so sorry I tried to scare you today, Bubbles.
Look! Monkey Albert's climbed a tree!
Oh, Jason! You must have put him up there. You are a one, you are.
It was you all the time, Jason. How did you do that? It was so cool.
Now, who's for ice cream?
Me! Ice cream!
Grandpa, jump down right now! I picked Grandpa up and put him in my pocket. And while the others were getting ice cream, I put him back down by his chair. Off came the shrinking cap, and Grandpa came back to his normal size.
I don't think Troy will try and scare anyone else in a hurry, do you?
No, Grandpa, I think you taught him a lesson.
I think we both did. Teamwork, eh?
Teamwork. When Mum came home, it was time for Troy to go.
Bye-bye, Troy. Take care now. Anyone like to watch a DVD?
Yes! Hooray!
Captain Dumbletwit discovers a small planet just to the left of Pluto.
Yay!
I'm sorry about Troy. Still,
Just as well you came, Bubbles. Grandpa would never have been able to deal with Troy on his own.
No, of course I wouldn't.
Captain Dumbletwit discovers a small planet just to the left of Pluto.
Grandpa in my pocket! Grandpa, Jemima and I were making a wild and scary animal park with our wild and scary animals.
Is Bob the Shark wild and scary enough, do you think?
I don't think so, Grandpa.
Oh, it could be.
I think we need some more animals.
Just then, the doorbell rang. I ran to answer it, and who should be standing there?
Hi! Bubbles!
Bubbles the babysitter. Bubbles is always great fun. Sometimes we make things. Sometimes we play bat and ball. Sometimes we do face painting. And today, guess what she brought with her?
He wanted to see my best friends right away. He's so cute. Oh, come on, little
Bubbles took her new little friend out of its basket.
girl. Oh, there we go, little.
It was so cute.
Oh, Bubbles. And who's this?
He's called Squeak.
So this was the day we all got to play with Bubbles and Squeak.
Dear. I think Wolfie's a bit scared of Squeaky. Probably thinks he's wild and scary.
Just as well it's time for his walk then. Coming with me, Jason?
Yes, please. I need to get some monkeys from Mr. Whip's shop. We must have more monkeys.
So off I went with Dad and Wolfie. I hoped Grandpa wouldn't put on his shrinking cap and shrink while I was out. You know what happens when he does. He does this, and this, and this.
Catch me if you can.
He can get up to all kinds of mischief. He can get in my car and make it go. He can chuff around in our Sunny Sands train. He can even fly off in my plane. But Grandpa only ever shrinks when he thinks there's a problem. And with Bubbles and Squeak, of course there wouldn't be a problem. But just then,
I came round the back.
a problem turned up.
Floyd.
Floyd lives in the house opposite, and he goes to my school. He loves boasting.
Look at my new watch.
He loves playing jokes.
Boom, boom, boom.
And he always wants everything his own way. Grandpa agrees with me. Floyd is a big, spoilt show-off.
Check out my new skateboard.
What is that?
It's Squeak.
Kittens are stupid pets.
Squeak is not a stupid pet. He's a wild and scary cat. And he's going to be part of our wild and scary animal park.
Nice one, Grandpa. Actually, I've got loads of wild and scary pets. You need to see them. Wait right there.
Floyd, we really don't need to see anything wild and scary. Oh no, he's gone.
Grandpa, being Grandpa, had an idea.
Well, Squeak, I think Bubbles is going to need a bit of help with that boy, Floyd.
He took out his shrinking cap, and to Squeak's amazement, Grandpa shrank. He hid on a shelf, just as Jemima and Bubbles came back.
Oh, Grandpa must have gone for a little lie down.
Whenever Grandpa shrinks, everyone thinks he's gone for a little lie down.
Oh, you're back in your basket, Squeak.
I'm back. Wanna see my rat?
Do I want to see your rat? No thanks.
Oh, go on.
No, I really don't want to see your rat.
Just a peep. It was only a toy rat,
Gotcha, gotcha.
but it still made Bubbles jump. and Grandpa was cross.
Come in the garden! One of my other wild pets is out there. Too wild to bring inside. Come on!
He's only playing tricks, Bubbles.
Yes, but you know me. I'm not very good at tricks.
Tricks, eh? Well, we'll see about tricks.
He's in this plant. Tiptoe very quietly because he's asleep. And if you wake him up, he gets really, really wild.
Bubbles knew that Floyd was just going to play a trick with some kind of fake pet, but she was still really nervous. At that moment, Grandpa ran out of the kitchen and hid.
Are you there, Simon? Simon? Yeah. He's my, snake. Oh!
Of course, Bubbles knew that Simon was a plastic snake, but she hated being chased.
Oh, I hate being chased.
Stop it, Floyd. She hates being chased.
Then, Grandpa came out of his hiding place and got up onto the table.
Don't tell anyone I'm here, Squeak. I'm going to hide round the back.
Oh, stop, please stop. It's such fun chasing you, Bubbles. Is it? Oh, good.
You'd hate to be chased like that.
Chasing doesn't bother me. Nothing bothers me.
Come on, Bubbles. Let's go and get a drink.
Floyd went up to Squeak, and Grandpa got ready to put his plan into action.
Well, hi there, Wildcat. You're really scary, aren't you? Ha!
Floyd turned his back on Squeak again, but this time Grandpa went...
Meow!
Was that you yowling? Trying to make me jump, are you? Ha! No chance.
Grandpa's first plan hadn't worked, so he jumped off the table and ran towards the pond. He saw the shell, and that gave him an idea.
Oh, what's the matter, Floyd? There's nothing the matter with me, but there's something the matter with your kitten. It yowled at me. Yow!
Bubbles and Jemima dashed outside to see if Squeak was okay. And of course, Squeak was fine.
Oh, he's fine. But I think he might be better off inside.
With Bubbles and Jemima out of the way, Floyd suddenly spotted the big shell.
Hey, cool shell. I could pretend there's a wild animal in that. There actually is a wild animal in it. Brilliant. Hey, Bubbles! Oh, I see. Trying to scare me now, are you? Nothing scares me.
And that was the moment I arrived home with Dad and Beowulf.
Floyd, fancy seeing you here. Are you okay?
Yes, but guess what? There's a wild animal in that shell. I'm going to get Bubbles.
One of his jokes, I suppose. Come on, Wolfie.
I knew that this was probably not one of Floyd's jokes. And I knew who the wild animal would be. Oh, yes. Grandpa!
I had to. Floyd has been trying to make Bubbles jump, and I've been trying to make him jump back, but it hasn't worked. I'm going to try one more thing. I have to get into the pond, and you have to get inside and fetch me the shark.
This time, Grandpa was about to go too far.
Come and see! There really is a wild animal in that shell!
While Floyd was trying to persuade Bubbles and Jemima to come outside, I ran into the sitting room.
No more jokes, Floyd. It's not a joke!
I got Grandpa what he needed and ran back into the garden.
Come on, there's a wild animal outside. Come on! Floyd, come here! Quick, come quick! I'll be back.
I saw something move in the pond. What? It's probably our shark.
Your shark?
He's very small, but he's very fierce. Grandpa's plan was working. He was underwater, making my plastic shark move. Just when Floyd was really close, Grandpa made this happen. While Floyd ran inside, I fished Grandpa out of the pond as quickly as I could.
I'm so sorry I tried to scare you. I was only joking. But now I know what it feels like now that that shark made me jump out of my skin.
Hey! So Jason played a trick on you for once, eh, Floyd?
I guess so. But I won't play another joke again, I promise.
It's okay, Floyd. I shouldn't let your jokes bother me. They are only jokes after all.
Yeah. Want to see my spider?
Yes.
While everyone was laughing at Bubbles stroking a plastic spider,
So brave.
I took Grandpa in my pocket to the sitting room.
Cap off, Grandpa, quick!
Well, Jason, I don't think Floyd will try any of those tricks on Bubbles again, do you?
No, Grandpa. We did it. Teamwork, I say.
Teamwork!
Here we are. More monkeys.
Oh, just the job, Jason.
Grandpa, your cap's all wet.
Is it? Oh, of course. That's because I've been swimming with the sharks.
Grandpa in my pocket! It was the school holidays. Mum was away on a basket weaving course. But we were all having a great time because guess who'd come to look after us? Bubbles the babysitter.
This is a flamenco dancer from Spain.
And today, Bubbles and Jemima were sorting through some of Jemima's dancing dolls.
I love flamenco dancing. Ra-ta-ra-ta-ta.
Olé!
Look, I dressed my old dog Peter up in this costume.
Oh, very snazzy. That would suit me, that would.
Of course it would, Grandpa.
Give that to Grandpa.
Today, all the dancing dolls were going to be on display. Miss Smiley was holding a dance afternoon in a cafe. Oh yes, today we had all been invited to Miss Smiley's dancing tea. Very soon, Grandpa and I were watching Bubbles and Jemima practicing in the garden.
Okay, Spanish dancing time. I need you for this, Jason.
Olé!
So Bubbles started to teach me to flamenco dance.
A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we need.
And Jemima joined in.
With a Benji wrist this time. And a
And Grandpa joined in from his chair.
other side.
And then Dad turned up.
Olé!
And he joined in too. We were all having a great time and were looking forward to getting Miss Smiley to dance too. But suddenly, what should we hear?
It's only me.
It was Great Aunt Loretta, Grandpa's sister.
Oh, hello, Bubbles. Oh, are you practicing for the dancing tea? I can't wait.
Arriba!
Oh, ha-ha. That looks like flamingo dancing.
Flamenco. It's called flamingo. Flamingo's fine.
I'm good at flamingo dancing.
Great Aunt Loretta started to dance, and she really did look like a flamingo. We tried very hard not to laugh, but it was no good.
What are you laughing at?
You dancing? Come on, let me have a go.
Don't be so silly. You're far too old to do dancing.
No, I'm not.
Of course you are. You can come to Miss Smiley's and watch us.
I don't want to watch, I want to join in.
Well, you can't. So that's that. Oh, that's right. Go for the little lie down. Sulky socks.
I ran inside after Grandpa. I knew he wasn't planning on a little lie down.
If Loretta's going to Miss Smiley's dancing tea, she's going to try and take over and boss everybody about. And we've got to try and stop her, Jason.
Not the shrinking cap, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can.
You know what happens when Grandpa shrinks. He can get in my toy car and make it go. He can chuff about in our Sunny Sands train. I'm the only one who knows about Grandpa's magic shrinking cap, and no one else must see him. Meanwhile, back in the garden, Great Aunt Loretta was trying to do lime dancing.
Jason, come on, we're doing line dancing. Come on, practice.
We needed to get her out of the way. Luckily, Dad had an idea.
Do you know what, Loretta?
Hey, you?
I fancy a waltz. Would Madame do me the honour?
Oh, Madame would, thank you. Waltz sound lovely.
The waltzing was going really well until...
Oh!
Oh, your dad's gone and hurt his foot. That means he can't dance with me.
Time to get going, everyone! We mustn't forget the dolls!
At that moment, I saw Grandpa peeping out behind the toaster.
Off you go, Jason.
It was no good. I had to go. So we all got into Campo and off we went to Miss Smiley's cafe. And Great Aunt Loretta said,
I hope Mr. Whoops is there. He's very good at organising dancing, Mr. Whoops is.
and Bubbles said,
I think he'll be looking after his shop, Loretta.
And Great Aunt Loretta said,
Oh well, I'll have to organise everything then.
That was exactly what Grandpa said would happen. I didn't know how he'd get to Miss Smiley's cafe, but I knew he'd find a way. And I was right! At Miss Smiley's cafe, Jemima and two of her friends were arranging the dolls, and Great Aunt Loretta was unarranging them. But Bubbles was keen to get on with the dancing.
Shall we get on with the dancing?
These aren't in the right place.
And just when I thought Grandpa would never arrive, this is what happens. Luckily, everyone was far too busy to notice him. He quickly got off Gordon and hid behind the cake. And I quickly put Gordon in the doll's box.
How's it going?
Badly. She's interfering with all the dolls.
Oh, this one's ridiculous.
And Great Aunt Loretta grabbed Peter
There.
and put him in the box.
I can't wait to see you dancing.
Then Grandpa jumped in the box too.
Right, come on, line up.
At last, Great Aunt Loretta was ready to get going.
Right. No, we're starting with my line dancing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hand down, heel, up, down, wave, back, heel, back, forward, heel, left, heel, right, heel, wave, hip, lasso. Come on, Jason, join in.
So I had to join in. Grandpa needed an idea. I just hoped it would be a good one. Everybody had been too busy to notice Grandpa making his way to a shelf. He decided to dress up in Peter's costume. He started to rearrange the dolls. Soon Grandpa had moved all the dolls about. I got it. He was hoping that Great Aunt Loretta would move them all back. And while she did, the girls could do their dance.
Hey, excuse me. Those dolls have all moved. Who moved all these dolls? And this horrible one on the end. I put that in the basket.
Maybe you should arrange them all again, Great Aunt Loretta, while the girls do their dance.
I will do no such thing. I want to know who did it. Who was it, eh? Who moved all the dolls? Come on, own up.
Grandpa's plan hadn't worked. He signalled to me to go into the kitchen. Then he jumped off the shelf and ran. Miss Smiley decided it was time for tea.
There's nothing like some nice cakes and sandwiches to perk everyone up.
I'll help you with the plates, Miss Smiley.
Thank you, Jason.
We've got to find someone for Loretta to dance with. Dad's no good. She's already trodden on him. I know. Mr. Whoops.
Great idea. I'll phone him. But just then, Great Aunt Loretta called.
Jason, bring the plates, or we'll never have any cake.
Over to you, Grandpa. So I grabbed the plates and left Grandpa to talk to Mr. Whoops.
Oh, whoops! Oh. Hello? Mr. Whoops here.
Hello, Mr. Whoops. It's Grandpa.
Hello, Grandpa. What can I do for you?
Well, It's what you can do for Loretta, really. She's looking for a dancing partner, and there's nothing more she'd like than to dance with you.
And luckily, there was nothing Mr. Whoops would like more than to dance with Great Aunt Loretta. And by the time everyone had finished their tea, he'd arrived.
Whoops!
And in no time, Great Aunt Loretta and Mr. Whoops were dancing a tango. Grandpa joined in. So now that Mr. Whoops had warned Great Aunt Loretta out, it was the girls' turn. And Mr. Whoops joined in. And Grandpa couldn't resist joining in too.
Oh! I'm sure I just saw. Didn't that doll?
Oh, keep going, Bubbles.
Oh, it did it again!
Oh, everything dances at Miss Smiley's dancing tea. Everything!
This time Grandpa had gone too far. He had joined in enough. I had to hide him. The good news was that Grandpa was in the teapot. The bad news was he was still dancing.
You're so right, Mr. Whoops. Everything's dancing at Miss Smiley's dancing tea, even the teapot. Look.
After the dancing tea, I put Grandpa back into the doll's box where he could change into his own clothes. And I brought him home. I ran ahead of everyone else. I took him out of the box. He whipped off his shrinking cap and came back to his normal size.
Well, Jason, did we stop Loretta spoiling the dancing tea?
We did, Grandpa.
I thought as much. Teamwork, eh?
Teamwork.
Ooh, Grandpa, you don't know what you missed.
Oh, don't I?
You should have come and watched and not been such a sulky socks.
I wouldn't have watched, I'd have joined in. Ho down, step up, down, wave. Back, 2, 3, step